Grade 9 quadratic inequalities, more like year 9, easiest 5 mark. Our first step is going to solve each quadratic separately by putting them equal to 0. Is it going to be the negative 49 across the right? If it goes across an equal sign, it changes sign. So leave x squared on the left. As it was negative 49 on the left, it will now become positive 49 on the right. As we're solving for x, and the opposite of squared is the square root. And when we square root, remember we should get 2 solutions. Hence, in this case, the square root of 49 is plus or minus 7. There are 2 roots. Solving my other quadratic, as a calculator paper, I can always apply the quadratic formula. As I want to find the set of values of x, for which satisfies both quadratic inequalities, I now draw a quick sketch. For my first quadratic, my solutions, i.e. my roots, was plus or minus 7. So negative 7 will be somewhere here on the left, the negative x-axis, and positive 7 will be somewhere here on the positive x-axis. As I know my quadratic was positive, i.e. positive x squared, it's now going to be a parabola, i.e. u-shape. For my other quadratic, my 2 solutions, i.e. my 2 roots, was x equals positive 8. Well, positive 8 will be here on the right, as that was positive 7, this will be positive 8, and negative 1.8. Well, negative 1.8 will be somewhere here. Again, it's just a quick rough sketch. And again, as the number in front of the x squared term is positive, therefore it's going to be a parabola, i.e. u-shape. As both quadratics are greater than 0, greater than 0 is where the graph is above ground, i.e. for what values of x do we get the graph above ground? I can see my quadratic x squared minus 49 is greater than 0, the one drawn in black. It's greater than 0, i.e. above ground, for values of x greater than 7. And it's also above ground for values of x less than negative 7. I can see my quadratic 5x squared minus 31x minus 72 is greater than 0, i.e. above ground for values of x, in this case, greater than 8. And it's also above ground for values of x less than negative 1.8. As I want to find the set of values that satisfy both quadratic inequalities, look at my 2 inequalities here on the right. To satisfy both in one go, I can see here that x would have to be greater than 8. As both quadratic graphs are above ground for values of x greater than 8. And to satisfy both of these x's, I can see the value of x would have to be less than negative 7. As I can see both quadratic graphs are above ground for values of x less than negative 7.